Good morning, friends and guitar players are ready to work this morning. Got my comfy clothes on, and maybe, hopefully, you're able to join me today. I'm a little bit, maybe a minute or two behind, but that's okay. Hopefully. All right. Who's this? Who is this? Let me get my goggles on. I'm thinking it's Kevin. It's Kevin. Good morning. Good morning, friend. Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. I did not write that. I did not generate that, but it does make sense to me. All right. So good morning again. And how was yesterday? I know I mentioned Emma Fish. Good morning. I know I mentioned yesterday that I was going to do a live stream, transcribing. Pardon me while I get dressed up here. Putting lipstick on a pig. It's I was going to do a live stream yesterday, and the time just got away from us yesterday, so I was unable to participate in that yesterday. But I am going to be here right at 9:30 today. I am going to be here transcribing the arrangement of "Oh Holy Night" that we just released on everywhere on the internet. So, worldwide, blah blah blah. It's really something that I just wanted you to see, that you too can do that if you choose. You know what I mean? It's not. There are a couple of things to it, but I think it's a good idea to, if you wanted to do that, write and release your own song, you can easily do that. So if anybody like me can do it, then that means I'm confident that if I can do it, you too can do it if you wanted to do that. Can you teach me how to play? Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Lamborismo. That's pretty funny. I don't know the song, but I do appreciate it. And let's see what's going on. All right, so I guess I've got a couple of messages coming in that I did not expect this morning. It's great to hear from. Will it be posted? That sounds very interesting. I have to leave around 8. Michael, Andrew, it will be posted, Kevin. All right. Good morning, my friend. How about some stranger? Good morning. Just working on my morning ritual for guitar growth, and this is my morning. It's literally my my own personal warm-up. I've been doing this all year. It's been all 2025 so far, so good, and getting ready to go into 2026. But it's really my my morning ritual for guitar growth. And once in a while, like a happy Friday, you'll catch me sort of taking it easy and just kind of dilly-dallying. I do enjoy the dilly-dally of getting my, getting my songs on, so that's important. I was thinking maybe we could work through one fun piece of music that I remember, working through is The Entertainer is a fun one to play on the guitar. Also, another fun one to play on, particularly fingerstyle guitar. Mr. Sandman would be a fun one to do. So this guitar has been in the case for a little while. So anybody know the song? Canvas on top of. I'm not going to give too much away, but oh, Jeremy knows. Yeah, there you go. Right on. Palindrome. That's a good one. I love it. That's a great YouTube handle. Who all's here before we get going? All right, Jill, I see Jill's in the house. M. Fish. Kevin, our moderator, is here with us this morning. And it says Lambrismo is here. I don't know if I have a guitar with me. That's a good thing to do. Play Oh Come All You Faithful. Yeah. Let's see. Will it be posted? It will likely be posted for members only, Kevin. So good question. And Michelangelo, hello, please play Mama, I'm Coming Home. Yeah, I think I did a video on my channel. Mama, I'm coming home. He's got to leave that home. You've got to get those vowel sounds really projected. Otherwise, you sound, you know, like there's too much E in that O, and it's almost you're combining an I and an O together. Mama, but you gotta commit to it. Mama, I'm coming home. Mama, I'm coming home. They're two, you know, Mama, I'm coming. Mama, I'm coming. You gotta tune that up. It's hard to do because it's the three, and that's where we all sort of like tune our own idiosyncratic understanding of the tuning of the third. It's a long discussion, but that's a really hard one to tune and sing it. Mama. So I would recommend playing it on the guitar. And then really it's the A major triad over the F chord, and then the flat 6 and the flat 7 major, and then the 1 major, right? Which should have been minor because it's modal interchange, blah, 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 long story short. But we are getting ready to do the old warm-up, so I'd love for you to join me, and this is our Friday morning. Happy Friday morning, very happy Friday morning. And we're using fingers 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 on frets 10 and 12. We started there. 4 attacks per beat, and of course you know Mr. Metronome or Ms. Metronome, whatever you like to call it. It's the metronome pumping away. It's a quartz metronome, so we do not have to have it on a level surface like one of the old school pendulums. But it is 60 beats per minute, and we're using 4 attacks per beat this morning to get ourselves started, jump started. So 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 1 2 T 4 1 2 T 4 1 2 T 4. I'm thinking about, down is the most 1 2. The accent happens on the downbeat, so, and then everything else tails off from there, so you can feel a sort of like a little gazelle sort of. The gazelle might be working in tertiary time, 3/4 time or 6/8 time or whatever, but this is definitely a duple meter, a simple duple, and not compound duple, but simple duple. So like 1 2 1 or or 2, or 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, or 1 2 T4 1 2 T4. But very simple binary format, you know. So let's go ahead and try. We did this yesterday, and it was their favorite song to sing along to. And I'm not sure if we do these every day, but this will get some little conversation started. But this is my morning ritual for Guitar Growth. And I just saw out of the corner of my eye that Raul is here once again. The great Raul McQuina is, if you haven't seen Service equals service. Okay, good morning. And then if you haven't witnessed Raul tie a blindfold on his eyes and then practice the guitar, you're missing out. So I would check out his channel if I were you. But I really enjoy going to visit friends on the old YouTube. So it's a good thing to have friendlies here. You know what I mean? So we can have common ground. So you can't really see my picking hand. But now you can, and that's really kind of what's going on. It's just a simple warm-up. And do I ever play songs? I saw a question roll by. Do I ever play songs during my warm-up period? Yeah, I do. And it's, you know, you might have caught me on an off day where I actually do play songs and kind of get a little bit off the beaten path, you know, the well-worn path. But for now, I really want to just start working on getting my fingers warmed up. And I'm not sure, Kevin, did you try the hot water bath or warm water bath yet? I wonder if you'd worked on that at all. So fingers 2 and 4 on frets 9 and 12. If nobody is going to be around for the live chat, is there anybody that's going to be around for the live chat? It's going to be a members only thing. I might just kind of record the video and then just publish the video rather than set up a live situation. So if you're not going to be here at 9:30, if you are going to be here at 9:30 if you are a channel member and you are going to be here at 9:30, just let me know. And I'm going to transcribe I'm going to go through the arrangement and actually transcribe into tablature the arrangement of the Oh Holy Night that we worked on a couple weeks ago together. And that's going to be yours. I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to link it off to you and you can go get it. You know, in case you wanted to learn that Dad Gad Oh Holy Night. Great piece of music, great arrangement. It's got some really great high moments. It's relatively short, relatively easy to access while there are some sort of abstractions in the concept department. So we're on fingers 1 and 3 and making donuts. Yeah, all right. Don't tell Mama, Agiria. Good morning. Yeah, Jeremy. All right. Robbie's in the house. I'm picking up Epsom salts this morning while I'm out. Oh, nice, right on. I'd like to know how it goes. I was thinking about actually starting the morning ritual next week with a warm water bath down here. So I'm actually considering it too. I'm wondering what kind of benefit. So that will be something we can discover and talk about together, just because I think it's worth doing. So I've seen other people. I've seen professionals do it. I remember I used to do it once upon a time, but maybe I don't recall the benefit. You know what I mean? It's been a hot minute. So we've got fingers 1 and 4, and then fingers 1 and 4, and fingers 1 and 4. Again, just surprise, surprise. We're going through the old warm up. We're just kind of using the last of the 2-finger roundup. I'm playing a different guitar today. It's the Morgan. I think you've all pretty much seen this guitar before, but it's just a fun one to get out, play around a little bit. Canadian luthier. He's a student of John Lehrer, the great John Lehrer. Jean Lehrer. And so, you know, there are a lot of great Canadian luthers out there. This one's a supremely dynamic instrument. It's mahogany back and sides and neck. And the grain on the fret on the headstock has got me a little bit worried. So if I ever dropped it, the grain's kind of going like, you know, this. And if I ever dropped it, it's going, the headstock's going right to heck, you know. But hopefully I never drop it. But it's a it's really hot around the F sharp area. So if you're playing the key of D, you know, you get those F sharps in the bass, and the guitar is definitely responsive to that F sharp area for some reason. And then we're getting back into it, fingers 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12, and we're working right away. Hopefully you have your guitar with you. 1 and 2, you know what to do. And fingers 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12. And we're trying just not to, you know, we're not trying too hard. You know, what's that song, the Christmas, the Hawaiian Christmas song, Mecca, Melakaliki, Maka. It's, you know, think about that vocal line and think about how absent from stress that vocal line is. If you remember hearing that vocal line, if you haven't heard that song in a while, it's really worth re-listening to it, in my opinion. IMHO, and then just kind of getting that, absorbing that stress-free. There's some slide guitar in it that's just really great to experience first thing in the morning. Great track to get the Christmas season started every day. You know, it's one of those that is in the rotation at the moment at the Carey residence, and maybe it's in your rotation as well. So yeah, what else is going on today? A nightly soak in the hot tub does wonders for the aging aches and pains. It's truly medicinal. Yeah, I live in that thing. I spend probably more time in it than I should. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12, or 1 and 2 and 3 on 10, 11, and 12. Here we go. 1, 2, and a D, and 4. Rather have a warm bath than a cold plunge. People are doing these days. I guess I'm old school. Good morning, Jason. Long time no see. We've got the all caps rolling, so that's really cool to see. Yuta, hey, what is going on? You're still on the internet here. All right, great to see you. Skid Row. Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow, I had been going through some of my old guitar mags, you know, the old Spank mags, and they're just great. I saw on the cover, I'm looking at the 2 guitar players from Skid Row, and I'm thinking, I think the transcription for that month, I forget which one it was, but it was the I Remember You. What is that song? It's I woke up to the sound of pouring rain, something, and I think of you. What is it? Key of G, right? It's got like an over the hills and far away sort of riff, right? It's hard for me to think about it when I'm doing this other work, you know what I mean? This is, let me see if we can get it going. You know, that's a good song. That's a great request. I haven't heard anything like that in a long, long time. That's a great one. So I had to report you for having an 11-inch nose. Ha! Grady, what's going on, buddy? It's tuning thing, my favorite one to play. Glad you're here, Grady. I missed those kind of comments from, it's been a long time since I've had kids around the house. All right, Deadpool, please keep singing. All right, cool. Morning, Jill, Kev, Jason, Raul. Yeah, finally making it to Raul's comments. It's cold, nasty outside. Day off, going to get some picking in. Good idea. Good idea, Jeremy. You could pick for hours and they just seem to fly right by. So let's go ahead and use, I'm just kind of, I sing the best out of a Raul. Yeah, service. All right, I'm pretty much up to speed here, I think. Yep, I'm up to speed. All right, let's go ahead. let's go ahead and proceed. So let me see if after I get through these three finger warm-ups, if I can come to terms with, I'm using fingers 1 and 2 and 4 now on frets, you know, basically 7, 8, and 10. You know, it's basically the, you know, positional playing. But I'm just thinking, but there's a little break in the tune as well where they burst into, like, they spontaneously combust, right? And let's see, so I think it's G to C, and then there's a little bit of a hammer on and a pull off on like the B string, I think. And I think it's a hammer on and pull off on fret 0 to 1, back to 0 on the open B string, right? And then back to the open G string. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think I can manage that. I'm not fully on board yet, but I'll be there. One more dip up and down the fretboard with fingers 1 and 3 and 4, and then I'll be done with the 3-finger things, and then we'll just try to slip that tune. And a little quote from a little Skid Row this morning. Dan, you're just in time for some Skid Row, man. So we got G, D minor. All right, CD players here still. That's good. That's a good sign. It means that I'm going to check in with you after I finish this exercise. I get down to position 1 and back up to position 9. And when I get back to position 9, I'll just check in if you're still here, and then we'll get a quick look at that Skid Row stuff and see if we can make it through. You've articulated the chords pretty well. You know, the 1, the 4, the 5, the 6 minor. All of the things that you need to write a rock power ballad, with the exception of the flat 6 and the flat 7 major chords. You know, all of the things that make a rock anthem, at least an acoustic rock anthem. I think with those same chords you could play Wonderwall, you could play Wagon Wheel, you can play Midnight Rider, I think. Taking it easy on the pick this morning. You can see how I'm almost letting the pick fall out of my fingers. Greenberry, good morning. Taxes and blood pressure. Everything that's going up this morning, is that what you're talking about? What's up this morning? Somebody must have triggered that response. Greenberry, good morning. All right, is CD player still here? Greetings everyone. Lot mix vlogs, vlog. All right, we'll call you vlog, Lotto, maybe lot. Yeah, you're still here. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Oh, it's not the open, it's not the 4 chord, it's the 5, right? It's not the hammer on and pull off to fret 1, it's the hammer on and pull off to fret number 3 on the B string. You got me there, bro. Or whoever you are, you got me. I'm just going on basically what my memory supports, which ain't much, bud. But it is. First of all, let me get in tune in time with the metronome so it doesn't sound like I'm a complete, I'm wondering what is going on for timing. I don't want to. I can play against the metronome, but we may as well align with it. So, I'm feeling like I'm going to rush because the tempo of the song is faster on the recorded model, on the recorded version. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Think of you. 1, 2, 3. like a little lick in there too? I think there might be a little. And then there's gotta, you know, gotta learn the melody, right? So if I'm going to play this song, I'm going to sing the melody. Oh, oh, I forgot. There was some really great major scale exercises to do in that song as well. Oh man, I forgot all about that song. Guess what I'm going to listen to this morning? I'm just going to let that rip while I do the packaging for this video. You know, I'm just telling you what. Just a great thing to see. So let's go ahead and jump back into the morning ritual for guitar growth. So 1 E ended 2 E, and sometimes I just get so excited about the simple things of life. You know what I mean? 1 E ended 2, you know what to do. So fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 on 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, thank you very kindly for the compliments. It's so wonderful to hear good news coming from without. You know, it's in the world that we live in, we definitely need to have the intrinsic motivators, and we need to have a good healthy dose of I'm okay with who I am. You know what I mean? Who's the guy from Saturday Night Live that used to do the affirmations? You know what I mean? You'd wear the sweater, kind of and I'm okay, you know, or whatever it was. But I used to get a kick out of that fella, you know, just a funny dude. But we kind of have to have a pretty healthy dose of I'm all right with who I am in order to, you know, do anything useful. If I was a little too worried about who I was, I'd never get out of bed in the morning. I have a friend who used to say that. And he's like, if I cared what you thought about me, I'd never get out of bed in the morning. And I thought, Pat, that's a pretty, you know, that makes sense, you know. It makes sense because there is a lot of challenge in the world. But the fact that we're able to be here, and again, I wanted to just practice this use this opportunity to practice some gratitude for, and just to be thankful for any kindness that you're willing to spend and willing to share. That's great, because it is infectious and it is that karma. So every single note that we put out into the universe does it. I mean, I'm not you know, high or anything. I don't do that, but the karma does find its way back to us. It does find its way back, and it's funny how it returns. You know, 1 E ended 2. Let's do the 4th finger stretch. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, stretch 4, and Robbie. That was cool. Old memories in the garage band for that song. Isn't that, man? Wait, there's another one from Skid Row that was. It was a ripper. It was just a ripping tune. What was it? It was B minor, and it was 18 in life, right? Yeah, what a great time to be alive for guitar players, you know, for long hairs. Alan Walker, please. Kenny Loggins. All right, we had some Kenny Loggins come by yesterday. Jill was raising Kenny Loggins. We've been going through the song list of people that we need to gotta cut out early. Gotta have a great weekend. Hey Kevin, you take good care of yourself, and we'll talk to you soon. You travel well, my friend. Travel well. All right, Kevin. It is a good happy Friday, so I'm sure you're off having a happy Friday, and I'll be looking forward to a report on how that warm water soak does for those limbs previous to the warm up of the guitar. Should help quite a bit, I would think. Have you done any of that, Raul? Any other players here use a warm water bath to soak the hands and the forearms in before warming up or playing the guitar? So let's do the kickstand exercise. We've got this finger 1, 2, 3, 4. I see some master puppets here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but what we're going to do is kick that first finger back. And yes, there is a guitar named after this exercise, the kickstand, which is really cool. It's amazing to think that that's happened. I'm looking at some other guitar manufacturers like Kiesel, for example. Kiesel has, like for example, the Alan Halsworth model. And Alan Halsworth was just a great pioneer of the instrument, as you may or may not know. And you may or may not like certain kinds of music or certain kinds of, but I think he's generally very highly regarded as a pioneer in this department. Even though we ain't got money. Oh yeah. Yeah, you did mention that yesterday, that's right. That's probably something we should work on today. I see someone saying cold water. Cold water, 3 exclamation points. Helps to activate the nerves. Yeah, that's I do wash my, that's how I keep my my childlike complexion, is bathing my face in cold water every morning. I do that. My daughter shared that with me, and I'm like, what are you, crazy? And it took me a few days to accept it. And I tried it, and it took my body a few times to really sort of like get into it. But man, I'll tell you what, I don't feel right if I don't get the cold water going in the mornings. Good stuff. Hey Freddie, what's going on? Freddie, master of puppets a few times. So I wonder if you, you're from London. All right, great to have you here from London. I flew into, I just got to share this with you. I flew into Heathrow when I was coming over to making my way over to Leeds, and doing some university music work there at Leeds. And I have to say, I had my guitar in tow, a jazz box, and I had my huge backpack in tow. I had everything that I was going to use for a semester or two there abroad. And making my way through the tube was just somewhat of an adventure, I'll tell you what. And if you're familiar with the tube, more power to you. I think on the way back, I might have had a few snake bites or something. I had a hard time getting my way back through the tube, but I made it back. It was a 56-hour trip. So thank you. I will hope to see you again, and we'll see you again soon, maybe. Happy picking until we meet again, friend. CP9 player. All right. Master of Puppets. Let's take that look. Let's look at that seriously. Yeah, I did catch a few footy games of footy while I was there too. And rugby was a huge part of it. And I learned how to eat curry there. And then tuna fish and sweet corn pizza, which I didn't even know was a thing. Are you following me? The chip buoy? And a lot of great, so thanks for saying hello. One of my favorite capo manufacturers, look at this. One of my favorite capo manufacturers, they're right there next to you, right? So yeah, the G7th Capo company is right there. We've got some friends over there for sure. So thank you for stopping in. All right. let's take a look at a couple songs today. Do you guys mind if I take a break? Oh, Toby Keith, he had the voice of an angel. Let's take a quick look at a couple of songs. I'm going to get to, let's see, I'll get right to, let's see if I can get this going. People smile and tell me I'm looking. People smile and tell. Great chord progression. So basically the chord we can start with forward rolls, and then that would be a kind of a good place to stay. But I want to be careful about not over highlighting the high E string, because I feel like that sometimes. Hey Freddie, if you want to hang out for Master of Puppets, it's going to take me a second. But if you feel like compelled to leave, that's totally okay too. It's not like a cage match, you know what I mean? But if you want to hang out, I'm happy to share with you some Master of Puppets. But that's okay, you know, whatever you think. Be a couple minutes. But you know, Jill's been here for the whole year, and she did ask, to be fair, not that life's fair or anything, but she did ask for this yesterday, and she did mention it yesterday, so I appreciate you being here anyway, Freddie, and raising that Master of Puppets. But we have this really nice B minor, and then the E chord, just all forward rolls, trying to keep it simple, and then hey Raul, take care of yourself too, man. We've got this just a really quick break. C, and then B minor, and then E major, and then the A sus4, and then the A sus4, and then the A major. The thing that changes the gravity, the gravitas of the weight of this chord progression is that the two major chord. So when we play that D, and then we move to the C, you know, basically that is indicating that we're in the key of D mixolydian or something like that, which is the 5 of G, right? Then we head to the A or E7, which is the 5 of the A chord, which leads us back to the D chord. So there's a little bit of tomfoolery happening in that chord progression. So we have a setup to hear the 5, the 4, and then the 1 of the G chord. And we do make it down to a chord that's plural of the G, right? So we do make it down to the 1, to the 5, to the 4, and then to the 3, which would be sort of like, you know, the Puff the Magic Dragon chords. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in the land, autumn mist in the land, and then basically G, right? So we're setting our ears up for G, and then we twist back into the key of D with the 2 dominant chord, which is 5 of the 5 dominant chord, which leads us back to the 1. really great chord progression. So very cool song. Very cool. I'm assuming Freddie's he's no longer here with us, so I guess I don't need to play any, I don't really need to play any Master Puppets. I was really looking forward to playing some Master, but Wasted Years, good morning. Can you play Wonderful Tonight? That's a great tune. There's just so many great songs to play. And it's yeah, it's good stuff. So we're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm jumping right back into the morning ritual for guitar growth. This is actually my warm-up period, and this is all great to jump in and out of playing songs, because once in a while it's okay to sort of like chase the dragon down, if you will. I don't want to make it a pattern, a habit, because I do need to focus professionally on like warming up and all of the things that this benefits. This actually pays dividends over time, and which is consistent with improved confidence on the guitar. So these are the things that we like to do, you know, as guitar practitioners who really want to focus on building, you know, a career. You know, and I'm thinking I could be a bedroom guitarist, but my career is going to span multiple years and possibly decades. And one day I might go to an open mic, play an open mic, get asked to come back and maybe play again, and maybe one day I'm hosting an open mic, and one day maybe I'm touring, and one day maybe I'm making an album of all of the songs that I've been collecting over the years. And we really never know where it's going to end up. So I like to be prepared with for any eventuality. These exercises or these warm-ups are the base pattern for my own personal sort of private world of guitar. You know, each of us has our very own private world of guitar practice, and it can be a challenge to maintain. Well, what do I practice? Well, this really isn't a practice session. This is really a warm-up session. And this precedes what I would consider to be a practice session. So that's important to know, because you may not want to be involved in a warm-up. You might just want to jump over it and skip right to practice. Well, how are the two different, Jason? How are the two different? Well, warm-up is very similar every day. And this year, we've been working every weekday morning at 60 beats per minute. Next year, we're going to be working at 80 beats per minute on the metronome. So I'm coming back to the metronome, and you can feel when you record yourself with your cell phone and watch it back and watch yourself play, you can make adjustments and improve your confidence just by simply watching what you're playing, reviewing your own, or critiquing yourself. And you know, we are our own worst enemies when it comes to that kind of thing. I can guarantee you that. So you're watching yourself. It's a good thing to do. And you can practice in a mirror if you like, practice into a corner, practice in a well-lighted space with a music stand in front of your person. And then I am playing something now that we don't usually do. But I'm working, this is part of the plan as we move into next year. That we have to have all of these major scales sort of like up to speed. Because this is part of my morning ritual for guitar growth, and you're more than welcome to use all of these patterns if you will. And this, what this one does, this is tonicizing our ears. And then we're going through a few major scale patterns that lay nicely and play nicely on the guitar until we get back to the one that we came. I just returned to the top. So I'm in B major. So I started in C major, went from C to F to B flat to E flat to A flat to D flat to G, and then G flat, and then C again, or B, right? So we have all of these fours. And we're going through a sequence of fours, which is very interesting if you're following along. It's a little challenging, can be a little challenging, but why don't we go ahead and work through a little bit of that pentatonic palace. And have a super day, Jill. I hope you have a wonderful weekend too. Sarah Alsberg, good morning. Oh, Black Betty, lame. Oh, Black Betty, yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here, Jill. Have a super weekend. I've got the rain starting here. Do you guys have any rain? We've got some rain scheduled for today. I'm only going to use pattern. Typically what we'll do is we'll take the time to go through maybe we'll go through all 5 patterns of the, all 5 shapes of the pentatonic system. And then I'll go through and I'll talk with you based on the first shape, you know, about patternization, because this patternization process is going to become super important for us as we move through 2026 as well, right? So we have this shape number 2. Dewey, good morning. Glad to have you here, friend. Just working my morning ritual for guitar growth, and I'm glad that you decided to say hello in the live chat. Love to have you here. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. for about an hour, every weekday morning for the entire year of 2025. We're getting ready to set the schedule for 2026 as well. So you're just in time, and if you want, you could like, share, subscribe. Share the stream with other guitar player friends or drummer friends who want to play and warm up with us, maybe using a drum pad. This is a great moment for us to breathe, under control, have a system of control for our posture, be observant of all of the things that we really need in order to get, you know, where we want to go with the guitar. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at shape number 3, which is, it's 1-3 and then 1-3. We kick that first finger back. We're on the G string, and then we got that 1-4, 1-3 on the top. Yeah. And I'm just kind of getting through this because I want to get to the other end of this exercise so that I can get to patternizations of the, you know, interpolations, extrapolations, whatever we can do to expand our understanding and familiarity with these scales, right? Scales is important. So shape number 4 is the 2 1-4s and then a couple of 1-3s and then 2-4 1-4 on the top. But you'll notice I'm trying to maintain my breath while I maintain my relationship with the metronome, or my karmic advisor. The cool thing about the quartz metronome, it doesn't matter which environment you're in. You don't have to be on a level playing field. You can have that. You can be on the Titanic playing your guitar, and that metronome will still pump away at a very constant 60 beats per minute for, you know, a certain amount of time. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the fourth or the fifth and final shape of the pentatonic palace. I like to call it the pentatonic palace. 2-4-2-4, and then 1-4-1-4, and then 2-4-2-4 on the top. And I'm playing, you know, 6 attacks per beat, I think. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, focus, 1, 2, 3, focus, 1, 2, 3, focus. Yeah, focus, tape it. Yeah, 6 attacks per beat. I'm going to try 5 attacks per beat just to be sure I can do it. So 1, 2, ding, ding, ding. This will be a little slower, but it's still pretty effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all of them, right? So that's all 5 patterns. Now I'm just going back to the first pattern. I'm not going to change positions at all. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on what happens if I just focus on patternizing the scale. So I know that if I go up the scale, I reach the top. I know that if I go up the scale, I reach an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th note for this pentatonic scale, or 5-note scale. So I'm having that octave, you know, improve my situational awareness. I know that I have a safe place to go an octave higher. Yeah. So I'm working on just what can I do with the scale. I don't have to change anything. I could spend months and months and months perfecting this one shape. And so many of us, like Eric Clapton, for example, build entire careers on this one shape, right? And Mark Knopfler, you know, a lot of us, Buddy Guy, you know, Kevin, you know, a lot of us will just play one shape that feels good and just see what we can do with it. You know, it's like remodeling a house. If you're tearing the baseboard off, you know, you might be able to reuse that lumber for some other purpose, repurpose it. Doesn't mean it's bad. If you tear it apart and break it to heck, then you can't reuse it. But if you're careful about your adaptive reuse plan, you can do a bunch of things with it. So I'm getting rid of that thing. If you have questions about warming up, or really, you know, if you have any questions about the guitar at all, let's take a look at maybe one of these things. Kind of curious about this a little bit. But here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, right? I can go up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 note, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, the 6th tone. Or 1 flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. 1 flat 3, flat 3, flat 3, 1. Now I know the safe place is here, here, and then here again on fret number 9 in C sharp minor pentatonic. Then I know that I can, you know, get back. You know, and it's as simple sometimes as just playing the. Hi, Mark Knopfler and Eric Clapton were the first big concerts I went to some 20 years. No way. That's pretty cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah, Mr. Clapton would use, or Slow Hand himself might use his 3rd finger here to bend that. So the trick with the minor pentatonic scale is just using the flatted 3rd note isn't really like the typical American style use of it. We're trying to get between the flatted 3 and the major 3, that fret that's missing between those 2 notes. That's the dance of Maya that we do, right? That difference between there's not much attitude here. All it works, but if we slur it or bend it a little bit, if we bend it all the way up to the 3, we kind of defeat that purpose of stretching and pulling the blues. The blues is about, for most of us, that struggle between happy and sad, or that expression of just being in it. And it's such a beautiful format to learn because it's so easy to learn and it's a very low barrier for entry, but it takes a lifetime to master. So I like to talk about including pentatonics in our system here for warming up. I also like to patternize the pentatonic system. So 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and then I go back up to get the next one down. So it's like I'm doing this. Those become really exciting when we learn how to play them quickly. Do you know what I mean? And then we got the, so patternization is really important, but I'm running a little bit over today. I have just a few seconds left. I want to just try to be timely. Limp Bizkit, no way. Yeah, I'm an old school Limp Bizkit fan, definitely appreciate it. I used to have a lot of those tunes come by. Bass players would bring those tunes by for some reason. Bass players would bring, the same guys would bring like Korn by, like Follow the Leader record. That Follow the Leader album, and it's really just great. Did it for the, yeah, just so many great treasures to explore in the music world. So I really appreciate you bringing that here. Richard, thank you for being here. I'm here every weekday morning, just so you know, in case you want to come back, you're more than welcome. This is my morning ritual for guitar growth. I'm Jason. I'm here every weekday morning, like I said, at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you're a new guitar player, intermediate, or advancing guitar player, we do these warm-ups together, and we always use the metronome. We utilize the metronome we're wrapping up 2025. I'm here for, this is a, you know, a daily thing. Morning ritual for guitar growth, and into 2026 we're going to continue, but the metronome is going to ring. It's going to click away, hum away at 80 beats per minute. So things are going to start changing a little bit and speeding up, but you're more than welcome to come back and travel and take this journey with us. If you're a guitar player and you're looking for a place to land and you wanted to commit for free to warming up every day, this is definitely a good option. I'm not saying it's the only option, but it's definitely a solid option. So I really appreciate you being here, and I really appreciate the likes, the sharing, and the subscribing, and all of those things. Whatever you can do to help support the channel definitely helps us to maintain a presence here. But you know, at the end of the year, I'm going to take the first video that we did in 2025 and the last video that I'm going to do in 2025, and I'm going to analyze them to see what I gained out of using 260 hours over the span of 1 year, and how that improved my life in general, and how it improved my life directly related to my guitar practice. And so that will be a lot of fun to explore together too. So Robbie's still standing, last man standing, Robbie. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. You have a super weekend yourself, and we'll look forward to seeing you again on Monday. If you have any questions, you can always email me at, so do this 3 hours earlier. Richard, good question. I leave the live chat all intact, and what I do after these are all done, I have some friends who watch it after, so you can go under my live tab right here on YouTube. You can watch this, all of these videos, they're all left posted. They're available for video on demand. So if you see something, or if you want to be part of it, you can drop comments, but you can ride through all of the live chat just as if you were participating in the live situation. So I leave all of that intact. I might remove some of the bad actors, you know what I mean? Because we really don't need any of that foolishness, but you understand that. If you want to come back, you're more than welcome to visit and drop some comments. It really is a great building tool if you're serious about playing your guitar and having some fun with it. So M-Fish, we'll see you guys later. Richard, thanks for being here, and thanks for checking it out. And Junka, thanks for being here. Robbie, I will catch up with you when we have time to knock that lesson out. Look forward to it. We can get through the holidays. We could get through the holidays together on this if you want. Let's get that email rolling again. We'll get that session happening. Thanks, mate. Oh, are you, we'll catch up with you in a little bit later. Ta-ta for now. TTFN, that's great, man. Greenberry. We used to say that all the time in the band. And then we used to end every song with a cha-cha-cha ending, you know. And you're bringing it back right there. I haven't seen that TTFN for a long time. You just brought it back, TTFN. So I'm happy that my wife's going to love me saying that all the time. You know what happens? You can experiment with that around town when you go in through your social transactions. You can say TTFN for about 3 months, and then everybody you know around you will start saying it. Just if you say it passively, you can change culture like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool to witness it happen. All right, Junka, thanks for everything you do. Happy holidays. Yeah, I'm old. All right, that's enough. We're out. Let's go do something productive today. Have some fun. Take care of yourself. Till we meet again, I wish you all happy picking. Yes, I do.